Please come to order for the regular meeting of the Ascension Parish Council, November 2nd, 2017. Please rise for the invocation and the pledge. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity to gather as a group. Please guide our decisions that they may be in your will and in your might. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So, roll call, Madam Secretary, we have Councilman Satterley, Councilman Lawler, Councilman Cluott, and Councilman Turner not present at this time. If anyone would like to publicly comment on an agenda item, please come to the podium, pick up a card, and return that to Secretary McKee. Mr. President, you have a report?
I don't have any report, but I just want to inform y'all that FEMA has contacted Jerome and said that the people that have FEMA trailers on their properties from the flood will be asked if they want to buy them. But it has to meet all the requirements. For example, if you have, first of all, we waived everything and you could put a trailer anywhere during the flood for 18 months. But if you're in a subdivision that restricts trailers, you won't be able to keep it there. Another thing is they will elevate it to the manufacturer's height. In other words, if the manufacturer's height is 4 foot and you're in an area that has to come up 6 foot, you won't be able to buy it either. So they got a lot of restrictions, and people just got to check with Jerome on it, and we'll send some kind of notices or contact people that have the trailers, and hopefully it can help the people that really need them, that lost their house, and maybe, can pick up a trailer. Yes, Todd?
Yeah, Kenny, a lot of the FEMA trailers are just pulled in on an angle. Would they be relocated to make it look more aesthetics a little bit?
Well, they're
stuck in some on angles and not even.
And what they did, they didn't set them at the height.
Okay.
They did it for emergency and told them if it rains, you got to get out and all that stuff. They will bring them to the right heights and set them up correctly.
Okay.
Now, we don't know what they're going to charge them, but they'll be talking to all the people that have them.
That would be the charge going to the individual.
No, they'll set them up for them.
FEMA will pay for that.
Correct? You want to come up if, but
I'm
I mean,
more concerned about trailers on angles.
oh no,
The
they'll.
only way they can put them in because of the wet, they just turn them in.
And they were doing it in a hurry to get people. He's talking about setting them up correctly.
Yeah, they're going to have to meet our setback requirements and everything that we would normally have on a piece of property. So they'll be positioned properly. And FEMA said that they will pick up the cost or be part of the cost of the trailer, and they will do that for the property owner if they want to buy the trailer.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yeah, sure.
So have we got an idea about the price?
That's what
No, FEMA, every day is a new day,
Okay.
And Mr. Chairman, what I would like to do is pass on number 7 because we have conflicting numbers from FEMA on what they want to give us to repair that building. And so I don't have the correct numbers to give you, and is it worth it or not or whatever. You follow me? So when we get the correct numbers, we'll get back on the agenda on that. Okay?
Okay. Any objections to? No.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Item number 6, general business. Approval of proposal for re-roofing Ascension Parish Human Resources, Caro Building and Amory Building, professional services design. Ms. Shivers, please let the records reflect. Is that Mr. Lawler?
I think it is.
Yeah. Mr. Lawler has arrived.
Take him for Travis there for a second. Help him get in, Danny.
Ms. Shivers.
Good evening. Before I get started, I also have a little change. Caro building is going to be replaced with the DA's PTI building. They've decided not to re-roof that building. They have another solution. And the DA's PTI building is approximately the same square footage. After review, the Ascension Parish Project Manager recommends accepting the proposal submitted by Meyer Engineers for the re-roofing design of the Parish Human Resources Building, DA's PTI Building, and Amory Building, and to authorize the parish president to begin contract negotiations for this project. The budget is under $50,000.
Pleasure of the council.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
A motion by Mr. Dempsey Lambert, second by Mr. Oliver Joseph to accept the recommendation of purchasing. Any discussion? Any objections? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, item number 8, approval of recommendation for 2018 employee benefit package to include medical, dental, life, vision, human resources director, Ms. Talita Wesley. Welcome.
Well, thank you. I have our chairperson, Ms. Christy Anderson, who will be happy to answer any questions that you have. We did send out packages today, or rather earlier in the week, for you to review, and I think this is a great opportunity for the parish to take care of its employees and those who are who will be retiring soon.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I hope you guys had a chance to read what the recommendation is. If not, I can go through it briefly, if you would prefer.
Why don't you hit the high points
High
for
points.
us, if you don't mind?
Okay, so we're proposing that we change companies to United Healthcare for medical, dental, vision, and life insurance. It will be a 2.5% increase over what our current rates are, but by doing this and not renewing with Humana, we're going to save approximately $240,000 annual. I say approximate because we don't know who's going to enroll and who's not going to enroll. The supplemental insurance will remain with Colonial. We're proposing the parish continue to pay 75% of the monthly premiums and fund $125 a month to the employees' health savings accounts. United Health does have a wellness component, quite similar to Humana, so we still will be able to track that engagement, those engagement numbers, and we'll be able to determine whether or not employees continue to get the $125 based off of their participation in the program. So, very similar.
I guess just one thing, I know we have some, you had a committee, Christy, is that right? Can you
Yes, sir.
recognize them for us,
Yes.
please?
We had a committee. We scaled it down this year. The committee members are Christy Anderson, Talita Wesley, Christy Burnett, Eileen Pruitt, Darylyn Berthelot, Amanda Barat, and Kimblin Lomas.
Thank you.
Oh, and Ms. Casso and Mr. Cagnolati. I'm sorry. My apologies.
You left out the two least important.
Oh, I know. My bad. And it was a unanimous vote to change from Humana to United Health.
Great. Mr. Dempsey Lambert.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're going to United Health. That's very good. I had it way back. You know, I'm going to ask the question, the participation in the wellness, how we doing?
So, I actually pulled those numbers for you, or for everyone. For 2017, we had a 90% completion rate of health assessments, a 89% completion rate of biometric screenings, which resulted in 60% of our population at silver or above, which gave us a 6% discount off of the renewal proposal that Humana gave us. So we're at 60% silver or above, which is actually a lot higher than most companies.
Appreciate that. That
No
sounds
problem.
good. Thank you.
Mr. Cagnolati.
Yeah, Chrissy and Talita, go over the retirement portion. You're talking about the retirees, how much better the new plan's going to be.
Well, this plan offers our retiring employees an opportunity to protect their families. We have about 75 employees who are at the age of retirement or who will be at the age of retirement at the end of 2017, and a large amount of them are working to protect their family and have health insurance. This particular plan is so robust that it does allow those who are retiring to have their dependents remain on the program. And this actually assists us in reducing our risks for our plan and creating a healthy home life for our retiring employees.
Ms. Casso.
Yes, I want to make mention that it was my privilege to serve on the insurance committee this year. I enjoyed it very much. It was quite a learning experience. But I want the other members of the council to know that I found the employees those representing them, so willing to try to lessen the burden on the parish finances. They recognize that they too are taxpayers and that this insurance burden is significant on our budget. And so I want to commend them and the other members of the parish who are employed with us, as changing insurance companies is a big deal. It's not fun to go through that process. And so they did a fantastic job, and I want to thank them very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Cagnolati.
Echo what Terry said, by the same token, recognize the financial benefits, but also good coverage for our employees. And that's, they were very engaged, the entire committee, and I was impressed by the enthusiasm. And so I thank them also for participation.
Thank you.
Make the
Great.
motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Todd Lambert, second by Ms. Terry Casso to approve the recommendation of the employee committee. Any discussion? Any opposition? Motion's adopted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, item number 9, introduction of ordinances. Introduction of ordinance to amend the Ascension Parish zoning map from medium-intensity residential to the light industrial zoning review ID 1397.17-Z, Track 2 for PAX, Inc., located on the north side of Babin Road, approximately 1,500 feet west of Airline Highway.
Motion to introduce, Mr. Chairman.
A
Second.
motion by Mr. Todd Lambert, second by Ms. Terry Casso. Any discussion? Any opposition? Ordinance is introduced. Item number 10.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Cagnolati, second by Mr. Johnson. Any opposition? Meeting's adjourned.
Y'all didn't even